Umuntirang ba ka jala Meghalaya Conrad ke sangma ula khot dak ba penkam dak ktien riewthok yo mali All India Trinamool Congress uba George biling do kabadan haliang persya ka Ïing Dorbar hadien bo ba George ula keno ba sarkar jala kamsyam la kentup lang ya baro ki bade bendan benta ha ka benta banikong ni fies wan jong ka jip nbej pun kani kala jah kenta kli jingkli jong ka si ba ar ka Dorbar sunrai ka Ïing Dorbar thawai khat artulek na lur arjar war ha ka ba Conrad ula keno ru bo ba George ula ilam baklai ka Dorbar.
I thank the Honourable Chief Minister for the reply, sir. Why I had raised this question is because in the first phase of the talks, all these things did not happen. And only after the conclusion of the MOU have the HIMAS and other stakeholders objected to the signing of the MOU and the areas that were given away to Assam by the state government, sir. So I hope, sir, that the Honourable Chief Minister will stick to this particular process that he has already narrated, because whatever we saw in phase 1 was never the way in which the Honourable Chief Minister had stated, sir.
Sir, it's sad that the Honourable Member is misleading the House completely. And I can completely say that it's a lie, what he's saying, sir. In fact, the process of the first phase saw multiple stakeholder meetings. For the first time, the ministers and the concerned officials went to ground zero, had multiple public hearings which are on record, not only with just Meghalaya, but even Assam was with us. So, sir, I would ask the Honourable Member to refrain from making such statements which are completely misleading. You're in the House. This is not a press conference that is going on. So be clear about your facts. This is not the way a responsible member should act, sir. In regards to the different members and the stakeholders we've talked to, every single stakeholder has been involved in this process, sir. I cannot say that every individual in the state has been involved, but the concern of the members was saying about the HIMAS. So the HIMAS, the discussion took place in all the relevant areas where it was. District Council, MDCs, all of them were there when these discussions were taking place. Different MLAs, different NGOs, different stakeholders, you name it, sir. I don't have the whole list with me right now because the question was primarily regarding the second phase. So I don't have the details of the first phase but I'm sure we'll get an opportunity and I will share all those details of how many meetings took place and who all and how many people were involved in this. So I would ask the Honourable Member to refrain from misguiding and misleading the House, sir.
Honourable Speaker, sir, the rules and procedures of conduct of this House tells us that we cannot cast personal aspersions on honourable members. It is expected that the leader of the House refrains from using the word lies and tells the members that we are lying. Sir, I'm talking and some members are trying to add fuel to this entire discussion. Sir, the Khasi Hills District Autonomous Council had already passed a resolution in the House opposing the MOU. We have letters from Himalayan opposing the MOU. We have people who are up in arms saying that they don't want to go to Assam. Sir, calling me a liar, it's okay. It's for the people to judge whether I lie or not. I don't want to go away from the reply that the Honourable Chief Minister has said. That the government will still be considering the stakeholders. It will still be thinking. So when we are moving into this, sir, interrupting an honourable member also is not part of the rule, sir. So therefore, sir.
So this is question hour, sir. My point is that.
I think we not be reminded of what is question hour and 0 hour.
You need to be reminded.
So why is the Honourable Chief Minister annoyed? Why is the Chief Minister annoyed?
Sir,
so calling me
sir,
a liar.
I would request, sir,
calling me a liar in the first instance.
Please put a question.
The Honourable Member, and I will give a very detailed reply to him.
Chief Minister to
but ask him to please give a special question, sir.
Sir,
please put a question.
I'm coming to that, sir, because as questions were cast, and
Honourable
been
Member,
called
this
a
is a
liar.
question hour,
So I need
so
to
please for a
clarify.
question.
So therefore, sir, I would request the government that at least last time we had asked for the draft MOU on the floor of the House to be circulated, that was not done, and many areas have been lost. So at least this time, sir, second round, at least take us as a House into consideration and at least circulate the areas first so that at least we can have a thorough discussion and see the ground realities before the government goes ahead with the second round and finalizes the other MOU, sir.
Sir, the honourable member has been mixing a lot of words and trying to bring out emotions into this entire thing. I understand it is an emotional subject, there's no doubt about it. But the fact is, why I said he's misleading the House and lying about it is because he said that the stakeholders were not consulted. That is wrong, sir. We consulted the
Sir,
stakeholders.
letters were there,
Sir,
sir. Letters were there, sir. That's why.
Please.
Sir, I think the honourable member needs to again do his homework. He has to understand that not agreeing to a discussion and giving a letter of, discontentment does not mean discussion didn't take place. Because
If the discussion had been there, why would there be discontentment?
Sir, when we talk, is it always necessary that everything will go on as we agree or both all agree? It may not go. But does that mean we never talked? So for him to jump to a conclusion that because there was discontentment, we didn't talk, that is what I'm saying is misleading the House. Your point may be valid, that somebody was not contented or not happy with the MOU and they have a right to write to it. But does that mean or does that imply that discussion didn't take place?
So that
Sir, I'm replying,
means
sir,
that there
why
is a
is-
neutral discussion was not
replying-
necessary at all.
sir, I'm replying-
That means this discussion
No,
was
no,
not
it
necessary
was
at all,
not.
sir. Then you just go ahead and decide and give
Honourable
away the
Member,
areas.
please take a seat, please.
Sir, now honourable member is exactly saying what he said should not be done. Sir, we have maintained that we discuss with everybody. That's how discussions, sir, a complicated subject like that cannot be moved forward without this detailed discussion. That's number one. And that's why we did it. And what I'm saying is that the honourable member saying that we didn't discuss is misleading the House, and that's incorrect, sir. Number two part, he's saying that then why didn't we agree and why is the discontentment letter? So there will be. A complicated subject like this cannot have every single person agreeing to every single decision, and that's why government has to take a decision. It's not easy for us. But a lot of past governments have not taken this decision. We feel that it is time. 50 years have gone and we took that decision. Now, I'm not saying that everybody agreed to it. So discontentment may be there. And that's what the KHDC or the other HIMAS might have written. That's fine. But saying that we didn't consult them is the part that I'm saying that you're misleading. We did consult them. They did not agree to it. That's a different issue. We may talk and argue for 100 years and we may not disagree. We may not agree, sorry. But that's how things go, discussion happens. But I'm saying, sir, that the discussion took place. All the stakeholders were consulted. Many rounds of discussion took place. And similarly, even in this second phase also, which is again a very complicated area, we will again have discussions with the stakeholders. And again, we might not have everybody agreeing to everything. But that's the nature of discussion, and that's the reason why solutions could not come out in the past, because there were a lot of divergent views. And the only way to bring consensus is to try to talk and try to figure out and then ultimately move ahead with what is in the best overall interest, which may not be agreeable to everybody, but in the larger interest of the state and the people, we had gone ahead, sir. And in the same manner, this phase also we will have discussions.